loss of jobs, city employees. I'm going to tell you right now, if I was working for any of the towns, I would have a concern if I was sitting out there if I was going to lose my job. Now, I don't have no magic ball, but I will tell you this. I don't see anybody losing their job because city workers, city clerks, maintenance people that work on the streets, ones working with the water departments and the sewer are going to have to work together hard, and everybody is going to be needed because they all have a specialty. They're going to be needed as this town moves forward. Debt. There's been a lot of chatter on the social media. That's why I don't Facebook. I might run into somebody, you know, I just don't do that. But I got people in the family that do. So I hear a little bit about it. And we should have concerns. That's what Facebook is all about and other social media. But we're going to talk about debt. We're going to talk about that. Ironton has some debt. Yes. I think Arcadia doesn't have any debt. I'm not really 100% sure about Pilot Knob. I didn't really look into that. But we're going to talk about that. Well, I guess I'll just go ahead and mention it right now and we'll talk about it some more. Missouri has statutes and laws on consolidation. And that's one reason we had to form a team through the Ethics Commission for the state of Missouri, because there's rules and regulations for everything. You cannot just put towns together and make up your own rules. There's things you have to follow. And one is concerning debt. Ironton has a debt for meeting the DNR and EPA standards for their water. Shepherd Mountain Lake. They had no choice. They had to borrow the money to do that. If they want drinking water or run their dishwasher or take a shower or whatever you do with it in the city of Ironton, they had to borrow the money to do that. Now what happens to that debt? It's called a Chapter 72.195 about consolidation, a statute of the state of Missouri. A town keeps their debt, that locality does not split that debt up among the other towns. They keep that debt. In my understanding, that loan goes out to 2027 for paying for that water treatment system. They voted on it. It was a bonded vote, and that debt that they incorporated on that water treatment plant, it still stays there. So I want to make sure that's clear. That debt does not get spread out among the other two towns. And I got a slide on that to show you if we have to. Water. I got good water in Pilot Knob. I got good water pressure. We got good workers in Pilot Knob. Arcadia's got the cheapest water. Ironton's got higher water because you're paying for your water treatment plant. Okay? Now, when you consolidate and become one town, you're not going to go out and start bulldozing and backhoeing and digging everything up and start changing the infrastructure under the ground. It don't work that way. Why? First thing, we ain't got no money. I would predict for a number of years, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, I don't know, that the infrastructure, the way you have it right now at your home, is not going to change one bit. Okay? There's no reason to tie this together or do this unless the new city council at that point in time decides that. So without any money, nothing's going to change. So you shouldn't have to worry about that. What you have now is going to continue, I would predict, for quite a long time. Taxes. My taxes are going to go up. No, I don't think so. The new Charter Commission, when they're setting the rules and regulations of the new town, have to set a tax rate. That's part of their job. They set it too high, I'm going to be the first one to vote against it. It's going to have to go back to the drawing board. I don't like higher taxes. I like lower taxes. We're hoping when we pool it together, the tax rate may go down. Arcadia's got the lowest tax rate. My understanding, Pilot Knob and Ironton's the same. It's not a big difference, but there is. But the tax rate, it works towards you when you bring it together, when you pull it together. And it's like I said before, we have our taxes together. When I drive through all three towns, I want my car going on good roads in all three towns. We all drive through the same streets every day. I want them all to be good. I don't want Pilot Knob to have necessarily the best streets in the three towns. Arcadia may want to have the best streets. Ironton may want to have the best streets. So why don't we just have them together? This is just a map showing that we are the Arcadia Valley region. It's just pointing out what it is for tourists, okay? They don't really see the three separate towns. And you know, if you get far enough away, the visitors that we get on the motorcycle clubs and the antique cars like I have, and people just coming down to have a good time and go to the mountains and hike in the forest, they're coming to Arcadia Valley. They probably rarely know that they're passing in one town or the other unless they catch the sign right on the limit of 21. This is names of organizations that we collected that currently show the Arcadia Valley identity. They've been here for a long time, a lot of them. And just look that over. They recognize it as Arcadia Valley. We recognize it as Arcadia Valley. Okay? Go ahead, Chase. Competition. Working against each other. You never tell your buddy where your favorite fishing hole is. He's going to go catch all your fish. Okay? We don't need to work against the grain. Let's pool our resources together and work together. Unity is one. You take the fine city of Arcadia, you take the fine city of Ironton, you take the fine city of Pilot Knob, and we come up with the Arcadia Valley. And that'll be about 2,800 people. It puts us equivalent to the city of Potosi. Now, I don't know if you drove through Potosi lately or how many of you go that far that direction. I go through it every day, and I've done it for over 25 years. I've seen what Potosi has done in the last 25 years. They're growing. They got their act together. They're working together. Potosi to me looks like Farmington did 25, 30 years ago when I came to Missouri. We can do the same thing. Unity is one. Let's scratch each other's back. Let's work together. Let's don't say, I'm not working with you. Let's work together. We can work together. We all live together. Let's grow together as one town. Most people in this room probably went to Arcadia Valley School System right here. Our kids went to school here. Your kids are probably going, some of you going to school here right now. They don't call it 1/3 this and 1/3 that and 1/3 that. They call it the Arcadia Valley School System. That's the way it should be. I'd like you to welcome Norman Lucas now. He's the Park Hills economic developer. I'm going to let him speak to you a few minutes and then we'll pick up from there. Thank you.